Hey everybody, welcome back to Mrs. RATTLECAN'S house. I am James, and this is the week in review 26, 27? Numbers are hard. Anyways, quickly we'll show you the progress that we have made this week, which mostly involves lighting. There are a couple of lighting fixtures in the house that we do not have completely assembled because they've got some, foo-foo-y fabric covering or whatnot, like these things. But the big thing to note is that in the house, with very few exceptions, everything has lights and power. Those exceptions are, here's one of the, this is obviously is not one of the exceptions. This is one of the lights that has this big, we have repainted this, and we're just kind of waiting for, waiting for the paint to dry mostly. And then once that's dry, we'll put that up most partially. So yeah, everything has got lights. Everything has got outlets. The exceptions are, here, light, more light. The exceptions are these two lights. This is the under sink LED light and our pendant lights, because in all of the thrash and bash to get everything done, that we got this all wired up with the exception of the supply. So once I figured out that that's what was going on, I've just got to run one more wire to supply a junction box there. So we've seen all that. And then the other thing that currently doesn't have power is the garage. But the garage is wired up. And I spent today exploring, and what I thought is exactly the case, and that this outlet down here in the corner feeds the piece of conduit on the outside that feeds our driveway light. So now that we have that figured out, this is the supply that's going to drop down. We'll encase that probably at a later date, because when these walls are really cold like this, stuff does not want to stick to them. So like I said, we'll do that at a later date. And then we'll run another piece of conduit over to here, which is the second wall outlet, and the outside outlet is on the back of this. And I just ran out of workable temperature outside today. I want to say it's 7. I think it's 7 now. It's supposed to be -7 or 8 by the morning. And you get to the point where you just can't do anything. And, well, that's not any fun. So, so we'll have to connect these two. I think the thermoplastic wire connection went out of the bottom of the box and then over to the other side of the wall. We'll have to see how we can get that connected up. But then I've got the outlet up on the ceiling. That's connected up. The two outlets on the far side that you see plugged in, those are these two shop lights, and that is actually switched inside the door there. The other two are constantly on. The garage door opener is plugged into one of those, and the ceiling fan will be cleaned and replaced and put up in there. again when we get a little more workable weather. It's supposed to be super stupid cold tomorrow, and then Sunday we're supposed to be in the 30s. So if we're in the 30s, then we are going to attempt to wire the outside lights. We have security lights are put up in the places where they're supposed to go, and they're all functioning. I have a bumper crop of icicles, which is driving me absolutely crazy because I just hate them because I know what they can be. I know what a pain they can be. I have 3 security lights and a flagpole light. The security lights are, everything has been run, and it's just waiting for my nimble little fingers to come out at a point in time when I'm actually able to use my nimble little fingers. And I cannot believe I forgot to mention this. Today was the last day of Christmas break, and the girls have been relaxing by getting the floor de-glued. They're doing a fantastic job at it. It's slow going just because there's a lot of stuff on there. So here we'll look at it from the other direction. So yeah, it's coming along. This used to be that great big rectangle of I don't know, mastic or whatever. And she celebrated. She said, "Dad, we're rectangle free." And a cheer went up from the crowd, all 3 of us. Now, one more thing that I did this week that has a tremendous effect on the house. Now, I took this piece of, I have this piece of insulation board, and I have it so that it fits inside this window. Because the cold coming in through this window is just unbelievable. And what I have done is I have constructed a roof, I guess, so that we keep all the cold in the attic where it's supposed to be. And this is nothing but 2-inch insulation foam board. The piece that does not have the printing on it has been secured to the framing, and then the 2 pieces that are not secured, here, I'll show you how we do this. You can walk up here and then push this one up, which then slides over here, and then you can stack the other one up. Well, can't see anything because I don't have the lights on. So that then you can access your storage platform. Well, I guess I can. Light switch is right here. There we go. Focus. Thank you. So then you just push these 2 up, and then you have access to the attic. What do we have to do up here? Same thing. We're just kind of waiting for some better weather. The ducting is all done. The line set has been run. The power is run up here. It still has to be run downstairs. We've got three ducts that we have to run, the 3 bathroom exhaust fans. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to run an under eave vent on those because my ventilation up here is already compromised. I don't want to take 3 of my vents and use those for bathroom vents. We're also going to have to replace, that's the wrong vent to do that too. So that's something we're going to have to do at some point so that we can get that hooked back up. But anyway, so now that my head is above this board, the cold is just spilling down here. It's really quite amazing. So we will pull this back It's not sexy. It's not pretty. Mrs. Rattlecan is going to make me paint it because, well, you have to have, well, I have to have someone like that in our lives, right? Someone that takes care of the pretty, and that's definitely what my wife does. So that's where we're at for this week. I have run some of the coax. I have not run Cat 5. I will have to do that tomorrow because today I'm going to go into the attic and I'm going to work on the cover for the whole house fan, and you'll just have to see that when I'm done with it. So anyways, that's what's going on. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. We thank you for viewing. We thank you for your comments. We appreciate your comments. We love to read through the comments because you guys are a lot more smarter than we are. Anyways, I'm James. You guys have a great weekend, and I hope you're not as cold as we are. Cheers.
If you enjoyed watching this episode of Mrs. Rattlecan's house, consider checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and to get the latest updates on our progress, like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Perhaps we should have some wine.